So on the air with me now is Graeme Hamilton, who's on the UK Scout team, working down at headquarters as well and sorting out the face-to-face scouting with us. So it's good to have you with us, Graeme. How are you doing?
Thanks, George. That's great. And it's brilliant these last number of weeks just being able to stay in Glasgow and not have to go up and down to Gilwell. But I do miss getting around the whole country. So coming in Zoom to chat with folks in Chorley today is just brilliant.
It's good. So I've got a few questions for you, and we'll crack on. So the first one is, can you tell us what an average day is like as a Deputy UK Commissioner?
Well, for these last 18 weeks, it's been pretty tough. I still work, and my work has been reducing, and as it's reduced, my scouting's grown.
Yeah.
And I think way back in March when the virus hit and we went into lockdown, there was an awful lot of time that we just had to prepare to help scouts across the country cope with what was happening, getting online programs. So a typical day now is still probably half filled with scouting. We may talk in detail, but getting Restart and all the guidance notes pulled together for the last 6 weeks took up a lot of time. Helping with the Great Indoors Weekender, making sure the programme guys were supporting that. We've got programme webinars. We've just done a series of 7 webinars about keeping everybody safe.
Right.
So that takes a lot of time to prepare and then run in the evenings. But brilliant, George, because we're getting 2,000 to 3,000 people joining every webinar.
That's great. That's excellent. So my next question is, how well have UK Scouts done to combat the effects of the COVID-19?
George, brilliant. And you wouldn't expect anything less from Scouts. We did a wee survey a few weeks back, and roughly 85% of Scout groups were meeting in some form, whether that was on Zoom, Teams, emailing challenges to their section members. And even within that, at least half of the young people were coming up every week and taking part in those activities.
Excellent.
And then you just look at the 100,000 people in the Great Indoors Weekender, you look at Northumberland's camp, you look at the camps that have been on in other counties. It's just amazing that everybody's keeping things going, being resilient, and getting ready now to bounce back into face-to-face scouting.
Excellent. So next question is, what have been your highlights of lockdown, Graeme?
Going around the country, honestly, I can spend a night and be in 3 different parts of the country. I went one Saturday afternoon actually to Washington over at County Durham. And from there, I then ended up in West Sussex in the evening. And you just think, this is great. I'm in campfires, I'm in chats, I'm beavers that are making things, and I'm joining in. And there was no way I could do that physically all over the country. And I know my colleagues are the same in Team UK. We're all taking part. And I think that support and that visible support of being seen now all over the country is helping cement the scouting together.
Yeah, excellent. So the next one is, as we come back to face-to-face scouting, what are you looking forward to?
People taking their time. There is no rush to be the first cup pack to meet in your district or your county. Get it right, get the parents with you, get the young people involved, make sure they're comfortable and they're informing the programme, and also make sure that your leaders are comfortable coming back and you're working it through together as a team. And that said, my challenge is also to district and county people not to put brakes on. Leadership teams are ready to go, they're ready to go, give them the support that they need. But let's do this together. Let's get all of our young people back. Let's get all of our adults back. In fact, now that parents have been involved so much in home scouting, I think there's a huge opportunity to get more parents now to become leaders, occasional helpers, perhaps even on district teams as well. And I'm sure your camp this weekend will bring more parents to the fore. So grab them, get the young people there, and you will be back with a bounce right across Chorley district.
Excellent. Second to last question, not too long now. So what big events can we look forward to in 2021?
Now, that's a tough question. We know many events have already postponed and shifted into that year, but I noticed just 2 nights ago that the Boy Scouts of America National Jamboree's just been cancelled for summer 2021. And that's going to be a challenge. And I suspect we're not through the woods in this yet. And I think we just need to be very cautious. But I can't remember which ones, but was it Kent have moved on, Essex have moved on. There are a number of big international camps scheduled for 21. Of course, the European Jamboree in Poland has been moved to 21 too. So hopefully things will settle across the world. The virus will either calm down or dissipated enough that would allow big events. But at the moment, I'm being very cautious. I think we just need to take it month by month and just be very, very careful before we commit too much financially and resource-wise to big events.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. And for my final question for you, Graeme, is can you name your biggest scouting moment in overall, please?
Gosh, you should have prepared me for that one. I've got so many. You know, I love international camps. The experience that young people get, not just of doing the activities, but of meeting scouts from other countries and just chatting and engaging with them. But that applies to the Beaver Scout as well, coming to their very first sleepover and sitting around a campfire and just experiencing that joy of reflection, quiet time, flames at a safe distance, and you know, maybe even toasting some marshmallows or s'mores. And it's that homeliness, I think, that brings it home, no matter whether you're in Chorley or you're in West Virginia at the World Scout Jamboree with tens of thousands of other people. That's what scouting's about. And I think I've got so many memories of doing that so many times in so many different places, at so many size of groups. I would say sitting around campfires is memory making.
Yeah, excellent. Well, thanks for the having the chat today, Graeme. It's been very good, and I hope we can see more of you within Chorley District over the coming weeks and months. And it's been good to have a good chat with you today. So thanks again.
Thanks, George, and it's been great. And you know, I've been down at Chorley Hall and done some cup presentations, so I'm always happy to support Chorley and West Lancs and make sure that you guys get the recognition for the great work that you all do over there. So well done.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend at your venture indoors.
Thank you very much.